Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from New Zealand once again. Yeah, I'm still in my Mayo shirt from this morning. Not long back from tennis. It's been an emotional few hours, folks. It's been an emotional few hours. You know, I like to tell my stories. I'm going to tell you another one. First things first. I mean, it is the final wash-up in week 23. Somehow, miraculously, I have finished on a green arrow, about 20k green arrow, so yeah, absolutely take that, but it could have been so much better. It could have been so much more. So yeah, when I left the house this morning, Man United, Fulham had kicked off, and I think my last words were, you know, I think I was sitting on about a 12k green arrow, and I've obviously had the worries around, you know, whether Robinson clean sheet or Raul scoring, the players that could hurt my rank, and Bruno would have been one of those. Although I've been quite happy for Bruno to score as a Man United fan, you know. But as I said, just a 1-0 win and a mad assist or a goal, you know, fantastic. You know, wipe out the Fulham clean sheets, keep them scoreless, and United come away with the win, and I get a little bit of a return. I thought it could have been a reasonably decent green arrow. So it wasn't long to go. I was checking my score regularly. One of my playing partner was getting mightily pissed off with me when I was kept checking the scores in between games. And it was just coming towards the end of our match, and I just checked the score, and I said, "Mad goal, 2-0. Oh, and freaking what's his name? Martin Lissandro had scored the first one. So yeah, no damage done there at all. So yeah, fantastic. Went off, played the next game. I said, "Oh, you're in a good mood, Desmond." Right, yeah, fantastic. Banging the shots in. Aces, everything going on. I went back and I just, oh, that's been great. Just check my arrive rank. Where's my goal gone? Where's my goal gone? However, we take what we get, and the 5 points assist from Watkins this morning and the 3 points for Ramad was enough to give me a 20k green arrow. And you know what? I think that, given the way the game was going, that I didn't have 3 Liverpool attackers, my regret. Do I regret it? I think it's only going to really be over the next few weeks. We're going to know for sure whether I will regret not bringing in Gapco for Wood. Yes, I do regret it. You know, I'd have been damn near 80 points. Or actually, what was the one that I was most seriously considering, because it was the one player I could get to in one move, which was... sorry, I could have done Wood to Gapco in one move, but it just didn't suit what I want to do later on, which would have been taking Enzo out for Zoboslai, and I really looked long and hard at that one. That is the one I regret not doing. However, it has helped me to do the things I want to do over the coming game weeks a little bit ahead of schedule. We're only going to know in any strategy, with the decisions you make, how they actually play out in the long term. So on that, I have had to make my transfers, because also, before I left this morning, I was fairly set in my mind. I said I thought I knew there's a couple of transfers that I was going to do, and it left me with actually with 0.2 in the bank. So I thought, yeah, no problem. And by the time I'd come back from tennis, I just double check those moves, because I thought I just want to leave it just for a little bit, let it rest in my mind. I only had the exact money to do it, and more price rises on the way, which would have meant it would have been out of reach. So I have done my transfers. I wasn't going to do my my team for game week 24 until I got the spreadsheet updated, but I've been forced to make the moves. I know they fit into my model at least, and I guess that, you know, if it fits my model, and it helps me with some of the things I want to do further down the line. So without further ado, here is the team. Yeah, I'm not going to do. I went through most of the team. That's it. Stories of what might have been. You know, Trent could have hauled. Pickford, I've only just found out, I just watched the highlights of the Everton match. I hadn't actually seen it before. Pickford could have had a bloody assist as well. Onwards, upwards, game week 24, first double of the season. What have I done? We're only going to know if this is going to work in the long term as the things play out. So I have not gone for a triple Liverpool. I brought in an Everton asset. I will update my spreadsheet later in the week and just sort of take you through some more of my reasoning and show you sort of the numbers around it. But if I run through the team for the double, and what I will also want to talk about is the players, how many players I now have that are blanking in game week 29. So much on my mind as I move through and do my transfers over the coming weeks. 5 transfers. Yeah, got that right roughly. 5 transfers between now and 29. So we'll have 5 more transfers. Now have 5 definitive players playing in game week 29, and all decent players in decent enough fixtures. And obviously by the time game week 24 is over, about we're halfway through game week 24, I'll know where some of the other players that are potentially blanking at the moment, whether they're going to be playing or not, and then that will further clarify where the transfers will happen between now and 29. So I'm actually pretty happy with where I've got things at. And if I had brought in Gapco or Szoboszlai, it was another transfer that probably, and I suspect Liverpool will be Spurs, that would have to have been thought about and used somewhere down the line. It's a jigsaw, folks. It's a jigsaw. I will update the spreadsheet. I was wondering, do I even bother doing it this week? Now I've done the transfers, but I think it's worthwhile doing because it does help to plan out post 24. Anyway, team for the double. Yeah, Pickford, Leicester, and Liverpool home. 100% happy with that. I think it's going to be probably the most popular, one of the most popular transfers in this week, I would imagine. So hopefully that will help team value a bit with Pickford. And as I say, I was looking at what more price rise. I wish I'd checked it this morning. I could have just done the transfers because it's dropped my squad value down as well, of course, now to 107 million, which is still not too bad. But I was at about 107.3, I think it was. And every dollar is going to be important in the coming weeks as I look to bring in some of the premiums, or some more premiums, I should say. Hall, yeah, fine, fantastic, nothing to see there. Could be one of the ones that move out again. He is a potential blanker, of course. Trent, yeah, 100% happy there, but again, another potential blanker. Milenkovic, Bournemouth home. Good, Brighton at home. Yeah, great fixture, and I think we'll see a little bit of a bounce back from Forest, and they'll dig their heels in. I think there's a good chance for a clean sheet, and I always fancy Milenkovic for some sort of an attacking return as well, and he is good as gold for blank 29. Salah, yeah. Big discussion, I think, on Salah. I honestly think there is a discussion to be had here. If I had said there's one decision that I am not 100% set on yet, is this the week to go against Salah? What do you think? Those are not 2 easy fixtures. It would not surprise me if he just came away with 1 attacking return, or even 2, in that double. There will be a lot of people triple captaining him. Certainly most people, I believe, will be captaining him. Zach, Fulham home. He's going to get 3-4 good chances in that game. I am tempted, but is this the week to go against Salah? Probably not, but it's a temptation, isn't it? Palmer, West Ham United home. As I said in the last video, I think we're going to be having to have a chat about Palmer soon. We'll see how he goes, obviously, in the next few fixtures. It's not on my immediate agenda, but it is potentially on the agenda. What could be done with that money to bring in, Foden, potentially Haaland. Yeah, there's some things could be done with that money. Like I said, I want to increase my number of premiums, and if Palmer does become one of the make weights in there, that may be the case. What can I get from more as opposed to one, an asset that I absolutely love, but it's not really pulling up trees at the moment, is he? It's not, and still some excuse me, there's still some decent fixtures there, so we'll have a look at that. And he is a potential blanker, of course, I think, in game week 29. So we'll see. A lot of the reds I've got on these for 29 will disappear in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see how that all plays out. And Mbeumo, yeah. So that's the big one I wanted in Mbeumo. Now I could have gone for a Liverpool asset. I know. Spurs are atrocious. I think Postecoglou is on his last legs. And that will probably do it. He may not even make it to this game. But I wanted Mbeumo in. I was going to make it a 25 transfer, but I want him now. There's some fantastic fixtures for Brentford coming up, and I just think, yeah, get him in now, because I don't think either of those 2 games are going to be goal fest for Liverpool, those 2 away fixtures. Now, if Liverpool get knocked out of the Carabao Cup, I think that's unlikely, but stranger things have happened. and that would really work for me. I'd be actually quite happy for that to happen. I would then consider bringing in another Liverpool asset with a move towards their upcoming fixtures, particularly that Wolves at home after the double. But for now, I'm really glad to get Mbeumo in the team. He's on form. Those hauls are there. The fixtures look fantastic, and it is a longer term play than just focusing in on that double and getting in another Liverpool asset and hopefully get me. I know a lot of people have already got Mbeumo, but there are other premium assets that I want to look at. So I'm just trying to get ahead of the curve. I know it's costing me points now, but I have to look at. I've done it as the strategy set out, so I just have to go for it. And the fixtures are fantastic. Gordon again is a potential blanker, of course, 429. So I've got to see how things play out there and whether we use some of the money there, bring in potentially a Bournemouth asset, because there are some good ones. There are some very, very good ones, and could potentially get that money to channel into other areas towards bringing in more of those premium type players, as in, you folks bringing those in around that 28, 29, because they don't blank, and then the fixture run post then is they're looking better. They're looking better. I'm still not 100% convinced. I like the look of the new lad, 7 million. Worth keeping an eye on. Absolutely worth keeping an eye on. So time will tell. Yeah, Watkins, another potential blanker, and I've also got the concerns around the Duran rotation. But just for now, Wolves, he's going to get 60. So let's see how that plays out. But there is a cash cow there again for potentially other moves further down the line over the next 4 or 5 game weeks. Isaac, yeah, obviously great. And then, yeah, this is the one now. This is supposed. I don't think it's that controversial. I'm sure there must be other people looking at him. He has actually returned in his last 2 games. Calvert-Lewin is orange flagged. I think that is going to turn into a red. He's got the Leicester fixture, and there's a chance in there. His expected goals are shocking, absolutely awful. But he will mainly be bench fodder for me. But they do actually have enough. But he is a definitive player for 29, provided there's no injuries, of course. And they have a decent home fixture in 29. And more importantly, it allowed me to free up some money. Could Wood come and bite me on the backside? Absolutely he could, and I almost expect that he will. But just for what I want to do in ultimately moving into a 3-5-2, I'm actually okay with this. It means I've got another doubler. I do have a little temptation. Do I take a hit and just bring in another Liverpool asset? Maybe I do move Gordon out for Szoboszlai. I don't think I've got enough. I might have enough for a Diaz or someone. But I don't think I'm going to do that. And as I say, I've got my no hits policy. So I think those will be my doublers. It'll be 2 Everton and 2 Liverpool. It'll play out whatever way it plays out. Strong bench. Yeah, I see a very strong bench. Ahmad down there. Gabriel. Konza. Oh, that was another near miss, wasn't it? Oh, bloody disallowed goal of Ahmad. What was it like? Was that a fingernail offside or a little bit of the sleeve of his shirt? To be honest with you, I just watched the replay when I got home, and oh my god. That was yeah. So yeah, it's a strong bench in case there's any injuries or anything. I don't, as I say, I've done an early transfer. Things can crop up in training and stuff like that. But I had to make the move, or else it was going to. Well, I was going to get priced out, so just had to go for it and roll the dice on that one. Overall, am I 100% happy with that team going into a double game week? No, I'd say about 90%. But that 10% that I'm missing, I would like of course I'd like another Liverpool asset in there, but I just think it is going to create more problems for me as I go down the line into 25, 26, 27, 28. The players that I've got, not 100% definite I'm bringing in, but reasonably sure that I will want to bring in, and then understanding who are the players that are blanking in 29, so I can move some of them out or plan for them to be on the bench, and then I can actually freeing up some really, really good chunks of cash to make sure that I can actually bring in Foden. Keep Trent, he is a premium. Is he returning? All these sort of questions and more will only be answered over the next 4 or 5 game weeks, but I do have a path laid out for various paths. Yeah, as we get through these next games. So that is absolutely it on the team. That's the team. That's a lock. Slight doubt on captaincy, but I think I'm going to have to keep it on Salah. Almost take that one to the bank, folks. Almost take that one to the banks. So right, on to the most important thing of the week. Who is the winner this week of the what the hell is the league called again? The FPL Don't Panic Bishop Brennan Charity Cup highest point scorer. And we've got some very, very nice scores in there this week. The cups there behind me. There are some good scores. I think this has been actually, I would imagine there's a lot of green arrows out there. Yeah, Chrissy, my mate Chris. Yeah, you're doing well, mate. You're doing really, really well. I will say that. I mean, you must be, what, I'll have a look at your rank later, but you must be in the about 40 or 50,000 at the moment. Now that's a team. I like someone that backs themselves with the name. 81 points. I think that might be the highest. We'll come back to that in a minute. But let's get a few shout-outs. Hawley McCallface, love the name. And yeah, really good week, buddies. Over 70. Anything over 70 is always good in my opinion. Who else we got there? It's Christian Ashley with a 73. Tom Bowley with a 74. Adam, nice 73. Mohammed there, nice 70, mate. We got you've got there. He sells Sancho Harry Ola with his 65. So not so hot, but it was still a green. Still got a green. Saka Rice, nice 75. Good scores in there this week. Good scores, guys. There must be lots of green in there. Well done. Well done. Nice. So the winner of the highest points total this week is, now that's a team, Andrew Ferguson. So we'll have a quick look, Andrew, if you don't mind. I do like to see what the winners did right and the rest of us didn't get quite so right, but that's a very, very good score. Very good score. I think you should be seeing a very, very hefty rise in your rank. Look at that, yeah, up to 77,000. It's nice, mate. Good work. Loving it. Rhea, well done. Gabrielle, well done. Double Arsenal defence finally pays off. Trent, you'll be gutted as me with the absolutely pointless goal and hitting the post as well, mate. You could have been cranking towards 90 plus, heading towards the 100. Same as me, yeah, similar defence to me. Yeah, Munoz, still love Munoz. Got a little return from him. Always good. He's good, isn't he? I'd bring him in except he's just still that slight risk. Slight risk in the 29. Palmer, yeah, you'll be thinking. I wonder what you're thinking about with Palmer. I think a few of us will be thinking about moving him on. Not yet, but soon. Salah does his Salah thing. Gordon, yeah, Steady Eddie's Gordon. Gapco, yeah, I assume you'd have brought him in this week. So good call, mate. I wish I'd done it. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, didn't. Wood. Yeah, and Isaac, mate, good calls all around, 81 points. So yeah, congratulations. You're this week's winner of the Bishop Brennan Cup. Now, unfortunately, Andrew can't be here to accept his prize all the way over here in New Zealand. So, as is traditional, it gets presented to the person that is in attendance, which means the winner for the third week in the row is. He sells Sancho Ariola. I can't even say my own team name. He sells Sancho Ariola. Yay for me. Well done, mate. Well done, Andrew. Great score. Leave it at that for now, folks. Just flick it back to the bus team, so you can just. Well, it's not the bus team. That is the team. That is the team. I may be back later in the week with the spreadsheet, so you can just sort of see the plans. Rolling out to 29. I won't take a hit. I've made a golden rule now. No more hits. Team looks good. Come what may. As I said, any last words of advice from me, or just thoughts? There will be triple captainers this week. If you have got all your chips left, do think about whether you probably isn't a bad week to do it, because we're going to have less doubles this year. It's still going to be a pain in the arse for me to navigate through the doubles because I've got very few chips left. And I've got to try and mitigate the points I'm going to lose there with people that are coming up against me. As in this week, I do fully expect to drop rank. There's going to be triple captainers, and there's going to be those first crowd coming in with the assistant manager's chip if you have got all your chips, because there's going to be limited time to play them, you definitely want to probably throw in the triple captainer, I think, this week. Have a think about it, Bob. Just yeah, have a think about. I mean, in the comments, what are you thinking of doing with your chips this week? But for me, I will have to accept I will be dropping in rank this week. Can't see, unless I have a minor miracle with some of my differentials all in big time. I just have to accept I am gonna, with not having the triple Liverpool, and if some of those come in, there's obviously the high risk there. Hopefully, I get something from Monday. A goalless draw in that derby or a 1-0 win to Everton would be an absolute joy. It's going to be what it's going to be, but yeah, triple captain or assistant manager is going to be used this week, so I don't think it matters. I'm going to drop, I would say, could be anything 40, 50 to 100,000 places, but I'll be looking for the upside on the other side when we obviously coming through these next few fixtures. Hopefully been a little bit ahead of the curve with my planning for the Blade 29, and then obviously with what I want to do with the assistant manager's chip and wildcard, etc. Post very, very meaty end of the season, post 33, 34. That's it, guys. Have fun, play your own game. I don't even need to ask it. Generally, hoping you're all on juicy greens. There's a lot of juicy greens in there, I reckon, looking at some of those scores. So, well done. And next week, hopefully, it'll be all of us. Take care, have fun, play your own game. Might see you in a few days, but if not, certainly in and around deadline. Take care. Bye-bye.